Hi, good morning, friends. This is Mom Mode. We're going to talk a moment about Gretchen. Gretchen was adopted, and we were looking for somebody, a friend, for Plato because Ginger had passed away. When we adopted Gretchen, we went through many avenues to try to find a rescue dog or to adopt, and we found a rescue that had this little girl that touted her, that stated that she was dog friendly, people friendly, and she wasn't any of those things. She was fear aggressive, and I'll post a video of some of her fear aggression. The behavior didn't pop its head out for about 3 weeks, and at 3 weeks everything changed. She was sitting with me at the table. I was doing some work, and my daughter walked over, and the teeth came blaring out, and my daughter could not even walk in the kitchen. I could show you tapes where she was kissing and loving all of us for 3 weeks, and then it just stopped. Then she became fear aggressive with me and Lauren, and was in love with my son and my husband. It was crazy. We weren't getting any information from the rescue, and then immediately at that time they were confused. What happened was, as time went on, about the 3-month mark, that I tried to actually give her back because my daughter has congenital cardiac disease. She can't get bitten. She can, but she'd have to go on antibiotic. I didn't know what we were dealing with. She didn't bite anybody, but I didn't know what we were dealing with. It was a very, very angry little girl, but we found out it wasn't anger, it was fear. We ended up, after 3 months, pulling the information out of the rescue, the woman who owns the rescue, and came to learn that she was abused. The first year of her life was spent in a very tiny kennel most of the day, and she was being taken out of to be played with by the children, and everything else was living in that tiny little kennel for the first year of her life. The rescue then stepped up and took her, and when they took her, they gave her, the woman who runs the rescue was friends with the sister of the woman who adopted her for her mother. And the elderly woman was very kind to Gretchen, but the elderly woman's daughter was not. She was very jealous of the relationship, so she pretty much tethered her to a pole outside the house and pretty much kept her there in all elements: winter, summer, spring, fall. And here in the Northeast, that means cold, rainy, hot. She was tethered to a tree for most of the day. And then when she was brought in and put in a room and kept away from the elderly woman that she loved. And apparently there was some psychological issues with that woman, and then she also hurt her physically. I can't imagine who would try to rip a soul from another living creature. I just don't know what it takes as a human being to do that to anyone, or anyone. So my husband, at 3 months, he would tell me to stop. She's ours. Don't even bother with the rescue, because she knew he felt that the woman who ran the rescue knew exactly what's going on. And he said, if we give her back, they're just going to give it to somebody else, and they're going to try to euthanize it, because the prior owner, the daughter, she was trying to, when the mother died, she was trying to get her euthanized at 7 years old and healthy, right? Is that my girl? Who loves treats. She loves dental treats. She loves all kinds of treats. There she goes. She loves her chewies. Oh, Oh, does she love a chewy? Ooh, she loves a chewy. She loves her dental treats, her chewy, and with the pumpkin. We get those from Poor Dazzle, right? Poor Dazzle loves you. You know, I put up the agility course, which I'm going to be putting up in the backyard. I ordered one, but I don't know if I like that one, believe it or not, because it doesn't stay in the ground. But I'll show you the agility course that I work with her every day, and she loves the agility course, and she is so smart. But that's what we did. We ended up hiring a behaviorist, hiring a trainer. And they're not cheap, the behaviorist. The trainer was pretty reasonable, but the behaviorist is crazy. And you really need behaviorists to understand what brought her to this point and how we can slowly bring her out. To this day, she still gets upset with my husband. It'll just happen. Sometimes he gets a little too comfortable with her, and she doesn't like that. But this is the face of abuse, and it can happen. And she should honestly, that woman should have been put in jail for what she's done to this animal, and fined. It's disgusting. She should have been reported. Never happened. But Gretchen is a survivor. It's hard because not every animal gets to say that, because they get put down. Now, I was told if Gretchen was a larger breed, she would be put down. Right, Mama? Because some people are terrible. Right? So, in my journey on Mama page, please subscribe, like, share, and comment. And I hope you will share this journey with all of us, because it's a pretty incredible one, and I'd love to hear back from you. Subscribing doesn't cost a thing. Take care, friends. Gretchen, and she's all love, right, Mama? Say hi. Say hi. You're such a good girl.